back to another Trucking with Trucker D. I'm Trucker D, and we're back at it again. So y'all, it's been about a week since the last time I came to all y'all. We were signing off down there in Virginia, and yeah, I was looking back at the video when I was editing it, and I remember saying I was going to get some drone footage once we got to the receiver. Well, the little bit of drone footage I did get, I had to end real quick, because apparently there was an airport close by, and when I had the drone in the air, there was an airplane coming in really, really low. So yeah, I didn't take the drone out nowhere near as far as I usually do. I took it up for like 2 minutes and brought it back down, as y'all seen on the video. But SpartanAsh, regardless of all the bad reviews that they had, I'll have to say, not bad at all. And I ended up parking there for the night. They were pretty cool with it. So yeah, easy delivery. They got me in there. I screwed up on the check-in process, so you don't call them. You actually have to walk up to a call box and check in that way. And they either tell you to wait or go to a dock. So when I did walk up there and check in, I checked in an hour early, and they got me over there, got me right in the dock, and I was literally in the dock for 2 hours, 2.5, somewhere around there, and then I went parked and went to sleep for the night. And then I went and picked up my next load that took us back up to took us back home to Michigan. And boy, let me tell you what, I'll never run 95 again. I should have went back over through the mountains instead of going 95 up through Virginia. Once I got up to Virginia, Maryland border, the traffic on 495, 270 in Maryland, it was just horrendous. It sucked. I could have got way further than I did that day, but I had to go some route that I've never been before, because, you know, what's the fun of trucking if you don't go places you ain't been in a while or ain't never seen? So it is what it is. Unfortunately, though, that area seems to have gotten hit very bad with a lot of bad weather from that hurricane that hit Florida. Virginia, I haven't heard too much about. It's more than less been Asheville, North Carolina. A lot of I-40 has washed out. All that footage that we got from the video before last, all that area is completely different now than it was in the video I got. So it's very sad to see all that stuff get taken out the way it did. You know, they don't expect stuff in that area like they got. So unfortunately, I'm sure a lot of people probably didn't have flood insurance, and they're hurting right now. So hopefully they'll get things back together, and just hope and pray they get their they get through it as quick as possible. Get the town and everything built back up. And we probably won't be seeing that area for a while unless more freight starts heading down that way. But on another note, speaking of freights, it's looking like every week could be our last week out here for a while. We're looking at a strike on the East Coast ports right now. Not a lot of people know about it because it's not in the mainstream media. You know, I don't really know why they're not talking about this, but it's gonna be a mess. We'll talk about that more here at the end of the video. You know, we're gonna get our footage through the day and get loaded here as of right now. We're in Pinconning, Michigan, 88 mile deadhead north of the yard, and we are heading over to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And that should be a fun load to deliver to. I was doing my recon on the Google Maps and looking at the reviews, and it looks like we're gonna have to back right in off a main road. So hopefully it ain't too busy of a main road, but it's like right in downtown Milwaukee. So we'll have to figure that one out when we get there. We got a fairly easy week though ahead of us. We got this load going over to Milwaukee, like I said, and picking up in Sheboygan Falls to run over to Romulus, right back home. And we're going to try to get back to the house. There's no guarantees on that one because that's such an early delivery for what is it, Thursday morning? Yeah, early delivery for Thursday morning. And then we're hoping that the reviews are true there and they do get us unloaded really quick because we have a 9 a.m. appointment 15 minutes away over at Uncle Ray's. And even if I am a little bit late over there, they shouldn't care because, you know, they never got the load ready to go once I get there anyways. And then after we deliver that load, that's going down to Louisville. And the only reason I got that load going down to Louisville is because there was another load for Landstar, and it's still showing up on the board. But the lady told me that it was no longer available, so I ended up going with another load that, well, it's going to be pushing the time. We're going to be pushing the time this week. Don't got a lot of deadhead though, you know, except for the load coming out of Louisville. We got to go to Hebron, and it's a 2-stop load, 2 stops picking up. So, and then that one comes right back up into Lapeer, same day delivery before midnight. So I'm hoping we can get that load, get up here, back up here to Michigan, get it off the truck, and get home and sleep in my bed Friday night again. It'd be great. But as I said, we'll talk more about the ports and what's going on with that and what it could possibly mean for my business, for trucking, for the economy. All right, y'all. Let's get this footage and let's get on down the road. See y'all out there. Later.
Night
what's happening, y'all? We are over here in Sturtevant, Wisconsin at the Petro that we've stayed at multiple times. It's a paid parking lot, unfortunately, but we know we can always find a place to park when we park over here. Now, I mean, I guess I could have parked in that one warehouse parking lot that I parked at the other night after I got done delivering at McLean, but, you know, it's always nice to have a bathroom that you can use. I'm over here in the back corner of the parking lot. There's 2 lowboy trailers sitting here, and yeah, we're just chilling. We're here for the night. Nice quiet little spot. So tomorrow morning we got to get up, head out here about 30 minutes down the road, and make our delivery in downtown Milwaukee, right off the main state highway. We got to back the truck in off us, so that ought to be interesting. Yeah, any of the free parking lots around the Milwaukee area, they were all filled up according to Trucker Path at 5 o'clock. So, but if y'all made it through the footage, made it to this point of the video, let's go ahead and talk about this port strike, y'all. You know, as of midnight of today, October 1st, the East Coast, Gulf Coast port workers all went on strike. Now, what does that mean for us? Well, right off rip, it doesn't really mean anything yet. Should we be preparing or already prepared? Most definitely. This port brings in about 40% of goods that come into America from shipping containers from overseas. And it's going to cause a decrease in freight. Plain and simple. Now, they've known for 60 days about the impending strike. And they're gonna, they've already, you know, they've planned, and stocked up warehouses and whatnot, but stuff's gonna wear out. It doesn't look like there's any type of deals being made anytime soon with this contract between the Maritime Alliance and the ILA. And the ILA is the shoremen who work the docks, and the Maritime Alliance is the docks, basically. Maritime is offering a 50% wage increase. ILA wants 77% wage increase. ILA wants no automation. Maritime Alliance is not backing down on automation. And the ILA also wants the container surcharges that the Maritime Alliance gets. They want it to go to the men working the docks, or split with them or something like that. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be any type of negotiation soon. So once anything that is in the warehouses that's been stocked up in preparation for the strike, once that's gone, we're going to start seeing shortages. Refrigerated goods are probably going to be the first thing that you all start going see shortages of. You're going to see fuel prices more than likely start rising. Inflation's going to start going up higher. You think freight rates are low now? Everybody out there who's hauling freight, if you're pissed off about freight rates now, be ready. Once the abundance of carriers compared to freight, the abundance of freight goes down. Well, I can't say abundance of freight, but you know what I mean. I'm saying once freight starts declining and we have all these carriers, you're going to really see the freight in the spot market and contract freight start going downhill. Shortages are inevitable. We're going to see a lot of disruption in the economy, not only here in the U.S., but also in the rest of the world, because they're getting stuff from us and we're getting stuff from them. We're going to see companies start going out of business because their products can't be shipped overseas and they're losing money on stuff they're trying to sell. So I don't know, y'all. Now, there's a lot of other videos out there that explain this whole situation better than me. It's just a very serious situation that could affect us all. Could affect me big time. This could definitely put me and a lot of other carriers out of business. You know, people are going to be, if not temporarily laid off, they're going to lose their jobs, lose everything they've worked for, because they don't work because the place they were working for went out of business. So it's a very serious situation. There is a clause, though, Taft-Hartley, I think it was said in one of the videos, if I'm saying that right. But the leader of the ILA straight up said they can invoke that all they want. It may put us back to work for 90 days, but my guys are not going to work nowhere near as hard as they do when we're not on strike. He says, you want to go ahead and invoke the Taft-Hartley? Go ahead. He said, my guys will go from 30 containers an hour to 8 containers an hour. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the administration does get involved in this. And you know, I hate to say it, but if it wasn't for inflation being so high, maybe they wouldn't be going for higher wages. All they want to do is get their pay matched to the inflation rate. Automation, you're not going to stop automation. That's going to be the biggest thing in this strike. They're not going to be able to stop automation, and unfortunately, the ILA wants no automation whatsoever. You already got ports across seas that are completely automated, and they actually run more efficient than we do here with ports and docks and whatnot and shipping. So I don't know, y'all. We'll just have to see what happens, I guess. But I was gonna say I'll leave links, but I've been watching videos like crazy on this whole situation, trying to follow everything. I mean, for more information on this, just go and Google port strike of 2024, or you can pull multiple videos up on YouTube about everything that's going on. Like I said, I just do out the gist of everything that's happening. They're out there picketing right now as we speak, and they're going to picket for 24 hours, 7 days a week, they said, until their demands are met. So I guess we'll just have to see how much longer we're out here on the road for. Like I said earlier in the video, every week I come out here on the road, it could be the last. Every load could be my last load that I deliver, pick up, whatever. You know, with the freight already not as plentiful as it was a couple years ago, and with as many carriers that there is in the market, you know, once freight rates start declining and inflation starts to rise again, you're not going to be able to afford to run a truck out here. You're going to see a lot of guys go out of business, a lot of carriers. Bad times we're living in, y'all. Bad times. Hopefully we'll see a change in something here soon. Not counting on it, but I'm really hoping. But with that, y'all, as always, please like, share, subscribe. Hustle hard and stay humble, and we'll see y'all next time. Later.
Dock workers at American ports from New England to Texas are on strike. Members of the International Longshoremen's Association are picketing 14 major ports in the US East Coast and the Gulf of Mexico too. Last-minute efforts to reach an agreement with ship operators and port authorities came to nothing. The employers have offered a contract that would raise wages by 50% over the next 6 years. The union says that's unacceptable. It's the first strike at the East Coast ports since 1977. Vanessa Yurkovich is in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and we should clarify exactly how much impact this would have to the US economy and economies in other countries.
It's going to have a significant impact. Out here today, we have hundreds of union members who have been out since the very early morning. Behind me, you can kind of just see the port of New York and New Jersey. It's idle right now because you don't have these dock workers working to load and offload imports and exports that come into this area. And as you mentioned, this is going to have a huge economic impact. One estimate puts a 1-week strike at over $2 billion. And just into this port alone, imports consist of alcohol, cherries, fruits, furniture, and exports, auto parts, and other items that our foreign counterparts buy. But that's all at a halt right now because the union, the ILA, and USMX failed to reach a deal yesterday. On the table was an offer from USMX of 50% in wage increases over 6 years, but the union saying that is not good enough. Also of note, retailers saw this coming, and a lot of them brought in a lot of their holiday products early because they didn't want a strike to interrupt shipping. So for holiday shoppers out there, you can rest easy that there will be things on the shelves around holiday shopping season. Now, the administration, the Biden administration, is really the only power to stop a strike. President Biden could enact something called the Hartley Act and Taft-Hartley Act, and that would essentially end a strike. However, President Biden saying he's not planning to get involved despite major business groups like the U.S. Chamber of Commerce calling on him to do so. I briefly spoke with the president of the ILA union moments ago, and he told me that in order to get back to the negotiating table with the shipping alliance, all of his demands need to be met, Max. But as you know, this is a negotiation. It doesn't look like the shippers are going to meet the union exactly where they want to be, but the shippers saying they want to get back to the table, just not under those circumstances. Max?
Vanessa, thank you.
Good morning, y'all. So I know I said that we were closing out the video last night, but I got here this morning and I was actually able to put up the drone. It wasn't off a main road that we had to back off of, but it was still pretty tight. This is what we had to work with right here. This little bit of space. We actually had to go down to that stop sign. I'll zoom in real quick. Yeah, down to that stop sign, make a left, back up, and then come back up our street where we could pull it, or actually be on our driver's side to back in. That way we didn't have to blindside it off the street. But we had, yeah, it wasn't too bad having the short sleeper, but we still managed to get it in the dock. You know, we're right here in Milwaukee, getting ready to head up to Sheboygan Falls for our next load, and yeah, Garden Fresh Foods. Let me get out of the road before I get hit by these cars. But yeah, this is where we're docked at right here. Nice tight little spot. And we gotta pull out and make a left out of here. And there it is. I mean, with the angle that I'm on, unfortunately, my door is actually, I'm kind of sideways in the dock, but still. The truck still lines up with it, and that's all that matters, as long as they get the dock plate on. You know, I didn't have much room to work with when I had another semi-truck pull up here and just park right in my way. You know, we know how considerate other people can be. But yeah, we made it to our delivery. We're getting unloaded right now, and yeah, as soon as they get this off the truck, we're gonna head out to our pickup. All right, y'all. For real, that's it. This time. Check out the drone footage of us backing. We're gonna put that together here and hopefully get this video out. All right, y'all. As always, like I said before, please like, share, subscribe. Hustle hard and stay humble. And hope you enjoyed this bonus footage. We'll see you next time. Later.